after this pandemic period, it was amazing to come back in an event like this because we really wanted to go in this kind of conference where you can meet friends, colleagues, you can share your knowledge.
The biggest change in the industry arrived with the new technologies. There is a really new technology revolution in the dentistry.
The topics that are treated here in the Congress, so about the digital, is very important because dentistry today has to move in this side, and let's say just only a little part of dentists will love digital, but the future is digital. So again, another success of the Congress.
Well, the biggest benefit in implementing digital dentistry is definitely the concept of the workflow and predictability and repeatability, and definitely we can have the results that are going to be much more planned in advance and then executed in a best possible manners.
When I started 7 years ago, it was almost nothing, 10% of my practice. Now I'm versus 80% digitalization, and I think this is also what we can see when we are at the Congress. More and more speakers are using the digital workflow and are showing it, and I hope that more and more doctors will use digital process.
So yesterday we had a hands-on workshop. It was a theoretical and a practical workshop. We presented the surgical instruments and on small videos, step-by-step procedures on how to treat different type of defects. So it was an excellent setting, and congratulations for the organizers.
The advice that I can have for doctors at the beginning is start somewhere. Is to take that decision to commit and say, get a digital scanner and start in that point, little by little, start understanding how powerful it is when you combine information and you create evidence in the way that you treat your cases.
About this surreal moment, the pandemic moment, is interesting to have this occasion because the patient want to have a new contact, want to learn, want to have a new experience. And I think it's interesting here in Timisoara, in Romania, we have this possibility to start to put an important base for the next event.
The career advice I could give to the young dentists, of course, they have for sure to work and to play with digital. Because of digital, they will be able to be guided in most of the topic, but they shouldn't forget the basic rules of dentistry, which won't change at all.
Oh, the Congress is quite unbelievable. Today it's very, very hard to have more than 200, let's say 300 people in Europe, in congresses in Europe. It's very hard. It's because most of the information is online. And to have this amount of attendees in this meeting is unbelievable.
I've seen so many beautiful cases with full digital workflow. Yes, I believe that first of all, digital dentistry is the future, and this Congress is the future.
I think it's fantastic to get out there. I've been lecturing online for a year now. I absolutely hate it. I have one more and I won't do it again in many, many years. So it's so nice to be at a great place like this, meet people again and actually lecturing for real.
Well, how was Timisoara for me? Well, Timisoara is, this is the first time I'm here. This is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. Really, really nice, very cultural, and the organization here is amazing.
I think the biggest benefit of implementing digital dentistry in our offices is that it allows us to be more predictable. In my office, I want to avoid complications. I want to make sure I'm more predictable. I have a better survival rate with my restorations. I want my patients to actually be able to understand their treatments. And I think digital dentistry is the only way to actually communicate in the right way with patients or even with other colleagues.
Digital dentistry, it's reality, and it will be the next, I think, 5 years more and more in our profession. And the best benefit is that you can have pre-controlled treatment of the patient, agreement with the patient and the dental office, very controllable, very predictable result.
So my advice to the ones that they want to jump in digital dentistry is you need to play as a team. When I started to do digital dentistry, I was doing by my own. So if you buy a scanner, as I said, and you are running in your clinic like the crazy one with the scanner, it won't work. The full team needs to implement and needs to speak this new language, which is a digital language.
The Congress is very interesting. I think is one of the most interesting Congress because it's full of very nice speaker, full of technology and full of fun. This is very important because there are scientific part, but also a lot of fun here in Romania. It's always a pleasure.
I'm here because really education, it matters, and the digital dentistry is not just a question in speaking to be digital, but really to be great in showing each other and teaching each other what is possible to get today. So my best is to wish really the best ever to that event and to all the dentistry as well, and to all the followers to come here in Timisoara because it's really a beautiful place.
One of the best organizations so far, especially after COVID, with all of us online. It was a privilege and it was a great honor to share knowledge with all the digital dentists that were in the conference.
So my biggest challenge in my career, because I have certain age, everything what is new in dental technician work, like a human being, we are afraid of. We are able to learn analog, but in certain age, you are not so open to learn very digital. So this was the main challenge, and I think we passed it.
After pandemic, we need a human contact. We need this event because we see our old friend, new friend, and hug. And you know, we need the warm hugs of the people. It's very, very, very important.